Hi there and welcome to Dinos Vault once again, guys. Today I bring to you the first look walk-around video of the hotly anticipated Kawasaki Versys 650. Please note that this is just going to be a walk-around video. Test ride was not offered as of yet by the dealership, so I cannot comment on how it rides. Now the Versys 650 is indeed a very strategic launch from Kawasaki India, bearing in mind the fact that there is not much competition in the sport touring segment as such in this price range. Though the Versys is actually classified as a sport tourer or a grand tourer and promises to offer loads of fun on the road, one look at the bike is all it takes to understand that the bike is here to offer decent amount of fun off of the road as well. Now this bike gets the same 649cc parallel twin engine as that of the Ninja 650 and the ER6N. Now before getting into the walk-around review, let's just quickly look at the differences between the Versys 650 and the Ninja 650. Though both of them get the same parallel twin engine, the Versys 650 puts out 3 PS less power when compared to that of the Ninja 650. The Ninja 650 puts out a max power of 72.1 PS, whereas the Versys 650 puts out a max power of 69 PS. However, the torque figures remain the same for both the bikes. The Ninja 650 gets a perimeter frame, whereas the Versys 650 gets a diamond frame. Dimensions wise, length of the Versys when compared to that of the Ninja is up by 55 mm, width is up by 70 mm, overall height is up by 220 mm because of the taller windscreen. Wheelbase is up by 5 mm for the Versys, which translates into better high-speed stability while cruising. Ground clearance is considerably up by 40 mm to enable the Versys 650 to offer adequate off-roading fun as well. Seat height is up by 35 mm as a result of the higher ground clearance. Overall weight is up by 5 kgs. Fuel tank capacity is up by 5 liters. The Ninja 650 gets a 220 mm rear pedal disc, whereas the Versys gets a bigger 250 mm rear pedal disc. The Versys also gets longer travel Showa suspension when compared to that of the Ninja. Now coming to the differences between Versys 650 and ER6N. The ER6N is absolutely the same bike as the Ninja 650 minus the fairing, be it the engine capacity, the power figures, the ground clearance, the wheelbase, the seat height, almost everything remains the same. So the differences listed earlier between the Versys 650 and the Ninja 650 hold true for the most part for the ER6N as well. Now taking a look at its design, the Versys 650 looks identical to its elder sibling but for the offset monoshock that comes from the Ninja 650. The twin headlamps up front look sharp and poised and radical and carry Kawasaki's signature aggressive design language. The fairing is aerodynamically laid out, the windshield is very practically angled to fend off any wind blast, and the airflow management is just about perfect with the neatly laid out air scoops. Coming to the profile, the huge 21-liter fuel tank takes center stage. The taller stance of the bike with the higher seat height, greater ground clearance and long travel suspension gives it a typical dual sport bike kind of a visual appeal, though it is just classified as a grand tourer. The offset monoshock lends the bike a radical feel. We also get Kawasaki's clean mount pannier sockets to easily mount or remove the panniers. At the back, the LED tail lamp cluster looks gorgeous and amazing. The split seats are very well cushioned and offer adequate room for the rider and pillion to find a comfortable position for long journeys. The raised handlebar and the perfectly set rider foot pegs along with a compact engine and slimmer frame offer an ergonomic and relaxed seating posture which is essential for a grand tourer. Overall fit and finish and build quality is top notch. The quality of paint job, especially in this matte carbon grey and spark black color, looks top of the class. The switchgear is of excellent quality as is expected from Kawasaki. We do get a high beam flasher and an engine kill switch. ABS is on by default and there is no switch to turn it off. The instrument cluster is the same as the one found on the ER6N. We get an analog tachometer. The digital display contains the speedometer, odometer, 2 trip meters, fuel gauge, average fuel consumption, tank range, coolant temperature indicator, etc. We also get an adjustable clutch lever to adjust the clutch travel and also adjustable front brake lever, which would really come in handy. Talking about the engine specs, we get the same 4-stroke 649cc parallel twin engine from the Ninja 650. Now I didn't get to ride this bike as of now, so I cannot comment on how it rides. But talking about what I like about this bike, first of all, it looks stunning and gorgeous and intimidating for the price tag it carries. Also, the huge 21-liter fuel tank offers us better tank range, which is crucial for a tourer. The engine is tuned to deliver better low and mid-range torque, which is essential for a tourer. Kawasaki also claimed that engine updates have now resulted in better top-end performance and improved fuel economy. The engine now gets rubber mounts instead of rigid mounts to reduce vibrations considerably. The large windscreen comes with a 60 mm range and is adjustable as per the rider's discretion. Talking about the brakes, we get dual semi-floating 300 mm pedal discs with dual piston caliper up front and a single 250 mm pedal disc with single piston caliper at the rear. Talking about the suspension, up front we get 41 inverted telescopic forks from Showa suspension with adjustable rebound damping on the right side and adjustable preload on the left side. At the back we get an offset laydown monoshock with remote spring preload adjustability. Talking about the wheels and tires, we get 17-inch wheels with 120 by 70 front tire and 160 by 60 rear tire. Ground clearance is 170 seat height is 840 fuel tank capacity is 21 liters. Now there is no official mileage claim as such, but a friend of mine who owns an ER6N gets around 25 kmpl in the city, so I guess the same figure can hold true for this bike as well. Price ex-showroom Hyderabad for the Versys 650 is 6.53 lakhs. So that's pretty much it. I just hope you found this video useful. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao. Take care, God bless, and ride safe.